Welcome to Fighting Favorites.
Woohoo!
The podcast that feels like eating warm, freshly baked chips with homemade guacamole at a Mexican restaurant.
Okay. Yeah. I like
Adam's
that.
like, you're making homemade chips?
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
No.
I was
Leave
like-
it to the professionals,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
I like to laugh when I'm not supposed to. I think a sunset's best with a pink hue. I love to dance and I like fondue. But my favorite thing in the world is talking with you.
I actually do like making guacamole. I don't make my own chips, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But man, when it's like a little warm and like the salt has just been added and they're just a little
You guys
greasy.
know what the best tortilla chips are, in my opinion? Chipotles.
Chipotle does have
I like
Chipotle
good chips. Yeah.
love them. They're rock
Gotcha.
salt to the lime. Like, oh my gosh. Just a
Gotcha.
hint of lime.
Just a hint.
I'm a
What?
hint of lime fan.
Yeah, me
The
too.
Tostitos ones, though.
Ooh, I like those too.
Those
yeah.
are the ones that I like.
What's
Yeah.
interesting, I don't usually like the store bought hint of lime because I
Lime.
usually feel like it's like it's not a hint, it's like a
seasoning.
shout
Yes,
of lime.
yeah.
I feel like.
I love a shout of lime. I love a good yodel of lime.
Just
No.
Chipotle.
Literally,
Chipotle
yeah, no, but
freaking
Chipotle-
nails it.
Yes, they do. I will say that.
Oh my
Don't
god!
think
I
I
cannot stop
go
eating those chips.
To
Cannot.
know. I don't go
You
enough to
should
know
go
what they are.
Just get the chips and the guac.
Just go get the chips.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But chips and
Done.
guac. What's funny is like my family, enjoys desserts and like sweet things,
Yeah.
but I was raised on a chip and dip diet growing up.
Me too.
Where were you, Stace?
Our dinners, like I would say 4 nights of the week were chips and salsa. I am not kidding. I am not kidding. And we would add either
somebody
sour
gets
cream
it.
or ranch to it. And I was like, how did I survive? But that was literally our dinner.
Yes.
Multiple
Awesome.
nights a week.
I don't know if we would go so far as dinner,
Oh,
but
that's
like,
all we got.
no, we would have a pretty substantial meal was a substantial quote,
Yeah.
a little block of cream cheese
Okay.
with salsa over it
Okay.
and then dipping the chip with that so that you get a little more creamy
Mhm.
and it is a little bit more filling. And we had these little Tupperware where it was like big on one side and small on the other. And you're like, great, I now have my snack for my Saturday afternoon.
That was our life.
Wow.
Adam, I'm surprised you didn't live that life too.
No, we were like a spaghetti
Oh.
3 times,
Oh,
Spanish
okay.
rice the other
Oh,
3
right.
nights a week. Like
That's
it was
fair.
PB&J, the
It was just like whatever fed a lot of people was
Yes,
like what we
yes.
ate.
Yeah.
Hungry boys.
Yeah.
Even to this day, you go to my mom's house and she has like 5 or 6 different kinds of chips.
I'm going to show you guys a picture of our cupboard when we get done with this.
Great.
Wow.
I cannot wait.
It's at least 7 types.
Edge of my
Yes.
seat.
Yeah.
And yeah, we love our dips. And so, I mean, I love sweet things, but we are like a savory food family through and through. Chips all the way.
Yeah.
So
Tips for the win.
anyway, so that's what the podcast feels like to me.
Love it.
Anyway, I am here with 2 absolutely lovely individuals. He
Yeah.
is our favorite snacky media boy. Speaking of snacks, it's Adam Christensen.
Well, you're a snacky media boy too, so you just elevated me above yourself.
Yeah, here's
And
the
I
thing.
accept.
Yeah. I don't even have to do a straw poll. I think it's just the way it is. And then
It's only because he started the podcast.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you won't find
Nothing else.
somebody
Nothing else. No other redeeming quality.
you won't find another person more well-rounded in music, fitness, and fashion
Wow.
than
Thank
Stace
you.
Face Grover.
Wow. Thank you so much,
Wow.
Nate.
Some
That
people might
is-
specialize in one of those 3 things, but
Yeah.
Stacey,
Yeah.
she's got it all.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
That was beautiful.
And I'm open to giving advice to anybody who's willing to listen. So.
Follow Stace Fitness at
Woo!
567.
Okay, that's not real, you guys.
I don't know what I can't remember your handle.
Stace Fitness.
Well,
That's a
no,
fun
it's
one.
not that. Yeah.
It's not, but it's fine.
My name is Nate Van Roosendaal, and I'll be hosting this episode of Fighting Favorites,
Woohoo!
which, if this is your first time, this is a podcast where we put 16 of our favorite things, or potentially somebody who submitted favorite things, which may be the case for this episode, and we put those things against each other in a bracket and find out what's the best favorite thing.
I like that.
And
Objectively.
yes, with science. This isn't just,
We're really
happenstance
smart,
favorite thing.
and we just know. Yeah.
No, this is science. Papers will be published.
As
Yeah.
3 white people of the same
Right.
age, we
Yes.
are a real melting
We're all
pot that
graduate-
represents the world.
I almost shared a non-true statistic, but I held back.
Well, if you preface it as untrue, you can still share it.
I almost said we all graduated from the
I heard
States.
it, yeah.
We all attended.
Like we all take that back.
No, we all attended.
We did.
Some attended for a long time.
Yeah, I
Got so much
you guys
education.
have
Yeah.
no idea.
How smart he
my
is.
education went deep. You guys got the certificate, but the wells of knowledge available to
Yeah. Wow.
me. You have no idea.
you really came out on top there. Oh man. Well, today it is a little bit of a treat. I'm very excited. He actually got a little bit of a shout out on a previous episode,
Oh, you sure did.
but my dad, Brad, has actually submitted a list of his own favorite things to be
Woo!
judged here on the podcast. So he supplied, I believe it was 11 favorite things, and I'll be sprinkling in a few of mine to round out the 16. So
Very nice.
I may, you might, based on our previous episodes, you might be able to surmise which ones are mine, which ones are my dad's.
Yeah, don't tell us. That'll
I
be
will
fun
not
to guess.
say. And they are randomized. So
I
Okay.
got the email, and I think I might have seen the top one. I don't remember them, but I might have seen the top one, and then I was just like, I should forward this to Nate instead of hanging on to it and reading through it. So
yeah,
I don't know if I remember. I think I remember one of them, but it was a very obvious one that was
yes, the one at the top, which
Yeah.
I will actually include. It is a repeat, but I'm going to keep it in there.
Yeah. Well,
for my dad,
it's
so.
changed. It's
Yes,
different.
yes.
It's different. But yeah.
So, without any further ado, let's get into it.
Woohoo!
Starting off, listening and taking pictures of birds who happen to visit while camping.
Wow.
Hmm.
Some
Versus-
bird watching.
Versus listening to a podcast while jogging. Slight variation on a previous submission here.
What
So,
was
listening and taking pictures of birds while
Okay.
camping, or listening to a podcast while jogging.
Okay, I think I can weigh in here. Stacy, are you ready?
sure? Let's do it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Jogging and
Podcast.
podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Nice.
I don't want to knock the bird thing though, because
Me
it sounds
neither.
cool.
It sounds like something you do in retirement, and I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's something that I could maybe do someday.
Yeah,
Yes.
someday.
Uh,
It's like drawing pictures of birds by the
Yeah.
riverside.
I have ADHD, and so I do get hyper fixated on stuff like that. So it's definitely something that I could just see myself being like,
Adam knows every bird.
this,
all
yeah,
the sounds of their
like for a full year of
And he
my
can do
life,
the
I'm
calls
just
himself.
Yeah.
like out looking for birds. Just yeah.
Yeah, I actually just heard like on some random podcast the other day about a really incredible app that can not only identify a bird's call, but then tell you if it is like on a migration pattern or like outside of its migration pattern or something like that. So if it's like a rare call or something like that.
Wow.
That is so cool.
I was like, wow, that would be really incredible. So
That seems so difficult for an app to be able to do. Like,
yeah, well, so the reason why it was so good is because I think it was like co-sponsored with some like U.S. wildlife agency that had all of this bird call and sounds data that they were able to use to train and stuff. So
That's amazing.
yeah,
that is cool. Yeah.
so in retirement,
Yes.
looking forward to that.
to.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Moving on to the next matchup here, we have going to hot springs, natural hot springs with friends or family, or similarly, you can tell there's a little theme here, camping with friends or family.
Ooh.
Oh,
Some of those
okay.
may be
Okay.
combined, but
Yeah,
you
they're
got to
different.
separate them out in this matchup.
Yeah.
I think I got mine.
Okay.
Stacy, you ready?
Yep. Ready.
3, 2, 1. Camping. Yeah. I think I'd rather go camping.
Me too.
I do
Interesting.
like the hot springs.
Me too.
But they leave you with a little bit of a sulfury smell, which I
Mine's
don't love.
more
Fair.
like so much happens camping, like when it starts to get later. I feel like that's when like the fun memories come out. And so it's like the time, like you need that extra time of just like, you know, setting up your camp, sitting around the bonfire.
The fire is what really sells me on it. I have so many really good memories sitting around a campfire, either singing or like playing a game or just like really laughing super hard.
I know previously I had said that I don't love campfires, but if I'm camping, it's fine because I'm not going home to my own bed and then like making my whole room smell like smoke. It's like a given that you're just not going to be clean and smell good while you're camping.
Sounds like Stacy's a flip-flopper. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I'm growing as a
Pick a
person,
side,
Adam.
Stacey.
I'm growing as
You're
a person.
going to get into a CNN interview here
I
soon.
hope so.
Stacy, it seems like in May of 2024, you said that you didn't like campfires. But here I see that you changed your mind.
What happened? August?
Under specific circumstances. Okay?
Seems like you're just changing the issues when it's convenient for you, Stacy. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Wow.
Except we voted together, so it doesn't even matter.
One thing I'm realizing living in Idaho is how rare hot springs are for like people to experience because Idaho, I mean, being near like Yellowstone is one thing, but like in central Idaho, there are just so many hot springs that are just
cool
available. I mean, sometimes they're a little hike to get to or off a road, but yeah,
Oregon
every time I travel, even to like other mountainous places, I realize, wow, this is kind of rarity. So I probably would have gone opposing on that one, but but
interesting.
I mean, camping also excellent.
Yeah.
So
it's
anyway,
so good.
Moving on, traveling to different countries and learning about their culture versus, and you're never going to guess who submitted this one, having long talks with my son.
Hilarious.
Isn't that so cute? That was the one that I saw on the email, and I was just
adorable.
And that was immediately when I was like, I should email this to Nate, and he should be the one to do this episode.
Dad, if that was an obligatory because I gave that as a favorite thing, that's very kind of you.
Yeah, he felt really
reciprocal.
He's like, well, he's really putting me in a box.
Right.
Gun to my head. I guess I'll put this down.
So I'll say, and I know we've talked about that one before, but having long talks, maybe like with a close family member, could be an alternative there. So traveling to different countries and learning about the culture.
If it's going to get through, I'm definitely going to have to change it a little bit in my head.
Yeah, do you have a secret son that you're not telling us about, Adam?
And you know Nate. He's referring specifically to
I
Nate.
guess long talks. I've had long talks with Nate.
Exactly.
Okay. Maybe just long talks with Nate.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, because that's
Well, now-
why I voted against.
Now the
Nate's
gun's to
dad.
my head. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, who are you
Wow,
gonna
the
pick?
turntables have turned, haven't they?
what was the first one?
Traveling to different
Traveling to
countries
other
and learning about their
countries.
culture
Oh.
versus. That's why I don't want
Nate. All right, Stacy.
Yeah,
Three,
3, 2, 1.
Different
Other
countries.
countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But we love you, Nate.
We love you,
do.
Nate.
No. It wasn't me. It was
do.
long time.
Yeah.
It's close family members who
It's
you don't
my
like.
son,
okay.
and I
Yeah.
hate my son, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, you have a rocky relationship with your son, don't you, Adam?
Yeah. Can't stand.
Haven't spoken ever.
Haven't.
I'll talk to him when he's 18 and he's come back from the war.
What's like a favorite country that you've traveled to?
I've only been to Canada and Thailand, so
Oh,
and
Brazil.
China, I guess.
Brazil was a big one for me. Mexico was pretty cool.
did you go
Uruguay
to-
was pretty cool.
Wait, Germany?
Uruguay.
Oh, Uruguay. Wow, I did not
Uruguay.
hear that.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah,
I
I don't
know.
know.
World traveler.
I
I did not know
didn't
that.
even know that.
I
Jeez.
know.
That's crazy.
Well, Uruguay is right next to Brazil, so and they don't have they have like a open border, so I just walked across the street and I
That's
was
cool.
in Uruguay. Yeah.
I'm
that's
really
cool.
hoping to go to Japan within the next short
That would be
period
cool.
of time. Yeah.
That'd be
Why
very
Japan?
cool.
Because my friend lives there and I just love the
heard it's
Japanese culture.
awesome.
The food is amazing. I
Yeah.
love Japanese food.
I've heard it's such a cool place to travel.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
safe.
there's a lot of like Southeastern Asia
Yeah.
Southeast Asia countries that would just be it's like really expensive to get there,
Mhm.
whether it's like certain parts of either like Thailand or Indonesia or Japan, but like a lot of times once you get there it's actually pretty cheap, especially
yeah, that's how
in some of those other areas.
Japan is. I hear the food is very affordable.
Yeah.
You know what was really cool?
Street food. Ooh.
That's
Mhm.
along the same lines as this was going to I can't remember what it's called. Maybe Stacy will know, the cultural center in Hawaii.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
the Polynesian
yes.
Cultural Center.
Yeah, the Polynesian Cultural Center, where they have
Yeah.
all
This
the
is
different
awesome.
cultures from around the world, and you get to
Yeah.
learn about all those different cultures from people who
Are from there.
are from there, or
Yeah.
they have like ancestry there, and they get
Right.
to like teach you about it. That was really cool. I really
Yeah.
liked that too.
I was
Same
amazed,
vein.
in Hawaii, how much like mix of
I know.
Asian culture was there on the island was so cool.
Yeah.
Like everywhere I went in like, what's the Honolulu?
Yeah.
It felt like everything was read in English, in Chinese, and maybe even Japanese or potentially a native Hawaiian
Japanese
language.
was before
It was amazing.
COVID. It was primarily Japanese tourists.
Yeah.
But then COVID kind of killed the Japanese tourism, unfortunately.
Oh, dang. Well,
And the yen lost its value, so it made it harder for them to travel.
huh.
Yeah.
Fun facts or sad
Lost a
facts
lot
That
of
was
value.
not fun.
Stacy.
Yeah.
Interesting
Nate's a
facts.
monster.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. That was fun. All right. Well, traveling to different countries and learning about their culture. One through
Yeah.
on that one.
Love that.
Let's keep going. Reading a great history book written for a history buff, or
Okay.
when a new friend invites you to do something with them.
Okay.
Ooh.
Locked down.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Friends.
A history buff book.
Ooh.
This isn't necessarily for a history buff, maybe, but I'm currently on the last chapter of The Boys in the Boat, which is
yeah,
biography about the
rowing team, right?
rowing team for the 1936 Olympics in Nazi Germany.
Right.
And it's very cool. And I think that's why I voted for it, because I'm in the thick of it right now. I do
Yeah.
like the other thing, but like I just stopped listening to the book. So
Stace, any thoughts around when a new friend invites you to do something?
Wow, really put me on the spot. Just because you have
Stacey,
to vote.
do you have any friends that
has anyone ever invited you to do anything?
I'm surprised that you went for that one, Stacey. Due to your lack of friends.
Right.
This was
You've
the
mentioned
first
it a handful
disagreement.
of times
Just trying to hear both sides here.
on our
dadgummit.
podcast. Oh, wait, that's when we weren't recording. Nate, I would just say I have to take it back because I've never forgotten this, and she is like my OGG friend, Mariah. And we were living in Utah. I just graduated high school, and she was like the first best friend I had out of high school. And we worked at this place together, and I didn't, she knows the story, so this won't offend her. I did not think I liked her. I was like, she does not take her job seriously. She's always talking on the phone. And she invited me to go to a BYU volleyball game or basketball. And I was just shocked at how much she interacted with me, because I feel like I just kind of expected her to like engage with her friends, and I'd kind of like be there on the side, like hanging out.
Yeah.
But she was so attentive and such a good friend, like from the start, that we became best friends, and we still consider each other our
That's
oldest
so great.
time best friends. Yeah.
When you said take it back, I thought you meant you had like a bad experience with it.
No.
You're just taking it back.
Taking it
like,
so far
I gotta
back.
take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, you know what? I actually hate it when a new friend invites me to something. I was
sorry.
like, oh.
No.
But that was a very sweet story.
Yeah.
I like that.
I was thinking about it a lot of times through that kind of lens, because it's usually in like a new place or like in a new environment where that other person might be new.
Right.
And so it's, if you're just like, if you find somebody who's like, yeah, you want to get together, and then they actually invite you and you're like,
yes.
oh, that's exciting. I mean, sometimes it doesn't turn anything, but it's still really exciting.
I feel like I might have some sort of memory like that with you, Stacy. I'm not sure, but I do feel like you, like, when I first met you, you reached out to me in a way where I was just like, oh, why are you like
being nice to me? I brought you bread.
You did.
That's what it was.
You brought me bread. You know what I remember?
Breadsticks. It was actually breadsticks.
There was
Yes.
There was a like an activity at like a laser tag thing, and I was just sitting in the car because I didn't want to go in.
Yeah.
And then you just came and sat in my car and just started talking to me, and I was just like, she's so cool and she's so funny. That was so great, because I was like, I just like didn't want to go in, and then Stacy was like, "Are you here?" And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm just in the car." And then you just came and hung out with me in the car, and I remember that being like a very like this is great.
I have a friend.
I was seriously like, just like, I was blown away. I was just like, I don't think anyone's ever just like, I don't know.
That's so fun.
I think I'm very used to like being the person to go out of their way to like make friends. So it was just very cool.
Oh, I like that.
Well, I do love a good history book, especially if it's like on a new topic, eye-opening, but man, when the new friend invites you, that's such a the optimism and the
our
hope.
stories were just too heartwarming for you.
Seriously, how can I go against those?
It's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do like that. I think it is just so top of mind for me that I was just like, I'm doing that right now. So.
And I've heard The Boys in the Boat is really good.
It's really good. Like
you're listening to it or reading it?
I'm listening to it while I work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just very well written, where I'm like, I don't care about rowing. Like I've watched rowing on TV, and I'm like, I don't necessarily care for this. But the way that it's described, I've listened to like descriptions of several races now, and I'm just in it.
Wow.
You know, I don't know. It's
That's
just
awesome.
very well written. It's very good.
The movie was pretty good too. I haven't read the book.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
Yeah, I need to read the book. All right, moving right along. Getting out of the city and hiking in the foothills or the mountains versus solving a problem that nobody else could, either at work or at home.
Locked in. All right, Stacy, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Solving a problem.
Ooh.
That was a 0%, 100% situation for me.
I would rather. All I had to think about was Honolulu, and I'm like, I would rather be. I don't know. I like the ocean, but I like lost my zest for hiking once I lived near the ocean.
Not a hiker. I am a problem solver though.
Yeah.
I love solving problems. And if it's something that like nobody else can get done and I'm stepping in, I'm like, let me
move
try my
aside.
hand at
Yeah.
the pickle jar, like I it's just such a good feeling to be the one that like gets it done, and everyone's like, oh, good, thank goodness we got that, like, because thank goodness you're here, Adam.
Yeah.
That is that's a special feeling for sure.
That's good.
Solving a problem that nobody else could do. All right. Taking your time walking through an art museum versus watching a good horror movie or playing a good horror video game.
I am 100% locked in.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Art museum.
I will not do anything scary.
I don't like it.
Thing.
Me either.
No.
You know,
did you do like The Walking Dead? Any of that?
Mm-mm.
No.
Me either. I couldn't do it.
I haven't tried The Walking
prone
Dead.
person. I just would watch them.
I
would have the worst nightmares.
Oh, so
I'm very
Walking
nightmare
Dead?
prone. Yes.
Oh wow.
It would be like Sunday night when I lived in Salem. That's like what everybody got together and did was watch The Walking Dead on Sundays, and I would hang out, but I could not watch the show.
I really enjoy scary stuff, and the sad thing is that a majority of my friends do not like scary movies or scary things. So I kid you not, as crazy as this sounds, like if there's a scary movie in the theaters that I want to go see,
by yourself.
Yeah, I'll just go by myself.
That's insane behavior.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely
psychopath
like
behavior.
If I watch scary things, I'm
if I could be
like
tracked
this,
by the FBI, they'd be like, this guy is psycho. Yeah.
I think you guys, I'm probably even like 3 notches below what you guys consider scary. Like I won't watch The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I've never seen it, but I would watch it.
But it's just like, it's like spooky, and I'm like,
of it,
like Tim Burton. Tim Burton freaks me out. I'm just like, I don't like watching this. I don't know. That's gonna make me some enemies online, but that's
fine.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
I will say the people that do like scary stuff, it is a passionate fan base, but like I said, I totally get it. And rather than try to drag somebody who I know is going to hate it, I'll just go by myself.
Nate, do you watch scary movies at your house by yourself?
I have occasionally, yeah. I watched one really scary movie by myself, and I still regret that one, actually.
Really?
This movie, Hereditary.
Okay.
It's a great, it is a genuinely, not just a horrifying movie, but a great movie altogether. Like, super well acted, produced, and everything. But oh my gosh, the final 20 minutes, it will burn into your brain, never to be removed.
I have watched so many scary movies. So I say that, but I have actually watched so many scary movies. Yeah.
So
you've like kind of
I have
shocked yourself out of it.
Totally. But I don't do it anymore because I don't.
Wow. Well, shout out to taking your time walking through an art museum.
Yeah,
I genuinely love that as well.
Yeah.
I have just a quick story is that I got asked out on a date one time, and she wanted to go to this Halloween, or it was like a hayride thing at a pumpkin patch. And I was like, I asked her, I was like, is it like is it a haunted hayride? Because I'm just gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna go on that. And she's like, no, she's like, it's just like a normal hayride. Like it's just
giving me the chills thinking about the haunted corn maze I've been to.
I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll go on a hayride. And we got there, and then I found out it was a haunted hayride.
Oh no.
And you did it?
She was like, you don't have to go. And I was just put in one of those like positions of like, well, like I can't be like a little girl right now and back out of this. So I just was like, sure, I'll go on it. And the whole time I covered my face and I just couldn't look at anything. And there were people like screaming and stuff. And I just had my head, like my head down. eyes closed, and I was just like holding on to myself.
When will this end?
I can't do it. I went to one haunted forest one time, and it's still burned in my brain. There was this girl in the middle of these like cultist drawings, okay? And there were these cultists like walking around her. It was like a pentagram. There was a bunch of candles. This girl's chained to the ground in a dress, and she's begging for me to help, right? And she's like, please, don't come back. And in my brain, I'm like, this isn't real. This girl's just a great actor. But I also had in my brain, I was like, there's a 1% chance that there are some real psychos out here that just drug her out here in front of everybody. And they're like, nobody's going to stop this because it's a haunted maze. And that girl is really in trouble. And I'll never, ever be able to forget that.
You let her go, Adam?
Yeah. And I'm never going to be able to forget it. Never.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
Wow.
Anyway,
well,
all right. Well,
scary stuff.
Where's that? Yeah.
Good story. Even if you don't like it, good stories.
Yeah.
All right. Couple other matchups here in this first round. Brushing my cats as they purr and show their appreciation, or going to a matinee to watch a movie when the auditorium is practically empty.
Okay. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Three, two, one.
Matinee. Yeah. Stacy, we're killing it tonight.
I know. I do like
you guys are doing well.
I do like some cats.
I'm allergic.
I don't love to brush them.
And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's a little more rare to have cats that do enjoy the brushing.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they are affectionate, great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, going to a matinee.
I hate cats, but I like them now.
Yeah. Oh, good. But yeah, matinee, which I think we've talked about a little bit, like treating yourself to a little movie sometimes.
Yeah.
Not a scary movie.
Not
it sounds
a scary
like
movie.
this group.
When I lived in Idaho, I was right across the street from a movie theater, and they had $5 Tuesdays. I would go all the time. I loved it.
It's the best. Love $5 Tuesdays. All right. Last matchup of round one. Okay. When a semi-difficult recipe turns out pretty well versus an outdoor movie night.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Okay.
I'm ready. 3, 2, 1.
Outdoor
recipe turning out good.
Yeah, I knew we were going to split. I knew
you did?
Yeah, I did.
You picked outdoorsy and I picked cooking? That's weird.
Outdoorsy, but it's a movie night.
Yeah.
Where the mosquitoes are.
Well, I mean.
Oh, but the sun isn't. The sun isn't.
Yeah.
The sun has gone down.
That's right.
His greatest enemy.
Okay.
I've also got stargazing down. Yeah.
I see why you picked it.
The sun is my enemy. The moon is my friend.
I have so many fails in cooking that when something actually turns out good and it's like, oh, good, I can't eat that for the rest of the week. It's like, hallelujah. Because recently it's like, first of all, it's money, right? So you're like, if something's ruined, you're like, that was so many ingredients that literally have just been wasted. And so sometimes you like force yourself to
amount
eat
of time
it.
too.
Oh,
well, and Stacy, especially like being like so health focused, it makes every recipe 10 times harder to nail.
Because it's not butter, it's not high fat creams, it's not.
And you have to be asking yourself, did I screw up this recipe or is this a bad recipe?
That's true. Right.
So you just don't know, and like you're like, I could try it again, but maybe this recipe just is bad. You know, so
especially if you put a lot of time into the recipe, and if it doesn't turn out, like you said, sometimes you're just like, you're just frustrated. So man, if it turns out.
I will say this is knocking 2 things off of my favorites list that I've listed. Yep.
Oh, funny.
It's 2 things.
But man, an outdoor movie night. My friend has been hosting. She's done 2 of them this summer, and they're just. I love them so much. Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh, they're so fun.
It's super fun.
Ugh. Dang it! Why I don't? You guys have been cooking. For lack of a better word, you guys have been cooking this whole round, and now for probably the one that I'm going to struggle the most with.
I know. Well, it's the one I struggled with the most. So.
Oh.
I haven't done an outdoor movie in so long that I can't relate to that one right now. Not to say I haven't done them before, but
2 months. Yeah.
I will say, I think I'm going to do an outdoor movie night.
That's fair.
And it's actually going to match up with another movie thing on the next one. So that'll be interesting to see how it turns out.
Oh, because of the thing we did before.
Exactly. So that is the end of round 1.
Thank goodness. We've been talking so much.
That was a long round.
Yeah. A lot of good things to talk about there.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a little break and be back in just a minute.
Woo!
And welcome back. We
so
are excited
after that break.
Such a lovely, relaxing break that was.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you're relaxed, but not too relaxed, because we've got the second half of our fights to get through. So starting back at the top, listening to a podcast while jogging versus camping with friends or family.
Oh, no.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Camping.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't actually like to run listening to podcasts. I like to clean listening to podcasts.
I don't like to run in general.
Yeah, I don't either.
Wait, no, Adam, didn't you say that?
I go on the elliptical machine, but I don't.
That's what
I don't
it is,
consider it like running. Really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fair.
It kind of is, and that's what I kind of equivocated it to in my mind. But I was like, nah, it's not really the same thing. I've never run long enough to get a runner's high. I hear about it so much, but I just don't. It's never locked in for me. I just don't get it. I don't know.
It's pretty fantastic when it happens.
It seems like it would be great, yeah, but just never happens.
But camping, that makes me happy actually. That camping is continuing on here.
Yeah, I feel like we've had something like that, like a lot. We have camping related stuff quite a bit, or like campfires or camping tent
Some
stuff.
Outdoors.
I don't know.
Yeah. I did. There was a previous of like, waking up cozy in your tent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving right along. Traveling to different countries and learning about their culture versus when a new friend invites you to do something.
Ooh, that one's harder for me.
That is a tough one.
Oh boy.
I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Traveling to other countries.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love being in the airport, even just like getting to talk to people who are also traveling.
Oh,
and just like making these connections. I love it.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that with Emmeline, the airport aficionado.
Yeah.
It is pretty amazing.
Queen of the airport.
Queen of the airport.
Yeah.
Emmeline Hogan. Absolutely love it. No, it is special.
It is.
I'm not surprised this one's moving along as well. So, man, this has got some tough matchups here in the back half here. But next one, we've got solving a problem that nobody else could either at work or at home.
Okay.
Or taking your time walking through an art museum.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Solving a problem like Maria.
Yeah. Nobody.
Like Maria.
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
You don't know that song?
Catch a cloud and
Sound of Music, Stacy.
Oh, it's been so long. Sorry.
It's classic.
High in the hill, there's a lonely goat town.
I don't know if there's been an episode yet that we haven't sung on, which I think is pretty fantastic.
I was looking at the audience performance stats on Apple Podcasts specifically, and the one that people listened to the entire episode was the Whitney Houston one. That was the one with the highest.
And you acted like no one was gonna like it. I was like, they're gonna freaking love it.
So it's the one overall with the lowest amount of views, which is weird.
But it has the longest, like.
But the people that viewed it, they listened to the end, whereas the other ones, they didn't necessarily.
Right.
It didn't have as high of a retention rate.
Okay.
But that
it's because our singing is so good.
96%. Yeah.
Whoa.
Our recreation of that classic song was too good to leave.
Good.
It's so good.
The recontextualization of it, really. Some would say.
Yeah, listeners that song was probably recontextualized for listeners.
Hey,
Okay.
a lot of people didn't know what that word was.
Yeah,
and I was
of
just
course
like,
they didn't. It's a really big word.
All right, moving on. The last matchup of the Elite Eight here. Going to a matinee to watch a movie when the auditorium is practically empty
Okay.
versus the other movie matchup, an outdoor movie night.
I think
Okay.
I'm ready.
Me
Yeah.
too. 3, 2, 1. Outdoor movie night.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I honestly, I was like, I think they're going to go to the matinee.
to the theater. No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Outdoor
that
movie is
also makes
fun.
me
It's
happy.
very
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
I love outdoor movie nights.
Yeah.
Everybody brings like their blankets and their
I
lawn
know.
chairs.
There's
Ugh,
snacks.
snacks. Especially if it's just like a fun,
Snacky media
campy
boys.
movie.
Come on.
Snacky
Guys feel
media
me?
boys.
Snacky
Yeah.
media boys. Snacky media boys assemble.
That's going to be our first merch that we have available.
I
Has to
hope
be.
so.
Has to
Snacky
be.
media boys.
Oh man. Okay, we've got our final four here.
Okay.
Camping with friends or family, or traveling to different countries and learning about their
Ooh.
culture.
Oh no!
Okay. I know.
Wait, is this Final Four?
Yeah.
It is.
Nate, do you still have one in the running?
I do. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna try and suss it out and get it out of here.
3, 2, 1. Traveling to other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacy started going, and I was like, "Oh no, I forgot everything."
3, 2, 1. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Camping with friends or family.
Mhm.
Oh, I like that too. But
Yeah, they're
I think
both
traveling
really
is just
good.
such a unique, like,
Yeah,
It's so special.
and it
Yeah.
is it is
I
just
love it.
cool to like learn
about.
other
Yeah.
Yeah.
culture. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think growing up, I just assumed that other parts of the world were like, it was super, super similar, but they just spoke a different language. But it really is just like the things they find funny are different. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just everything. The food and it's so,
Even
it's
how they
just
spend their
cool.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just cool
Yeah.
to like learn about it. I don't know.
It's the best. I've been watching a lot of Conan O'Brien travel episodes.
Oh, yeah. You talked about that.
Oh, yeah. It's
your
I love it.
Australian accent.
Yeah, that's right.
Dick of the truth.
Yeah. All right. The other matchup,
Oh, guys.
solving a problem that nobody else could, either at work or at
Okay.
home, or an outdoor movie night.
Oh,
All
man.
right. Locked in.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1.
Solving a
Outdoor
problem.
movie.
I knew it.
You
Stacey.
didn't knew it.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did know it.
How?
I knowed it. Because I feel like I know you now. I feel
Uh-huh.
like we've come to know each other through this podcast,
Aw.
which is what I wanted. I wanted to
Yes,
get to know
the
my
goal the whole
friends
time.
better.
Man, solving a problem just feels so good, but
Yeah, but
Yeah, but really think about
But-
it, Nate.
yeah.
but an outdoor movie night is so
It's
it's literally a
magical.
combination of so many. It is a
They are
combination of my
both
favorite
Magical.
films.
good.
Yeah.
They're both
Yeah.
good. I really
One's better than the other.
I just like feeling useful is
Okay.
Yeah.
it's like a
No,
core it's a very important thing for me is to feel useful. So
Especially
that's
and
where
that
comes
touches on
from.
one that you've talked about, Adam, is like just solving something for somebody, or like just taking like
Yeah.
that does play into it. Is like
but
if
that
somebody
doesn't
else
play
couldn't.
into anything you've said, Nate. So I'd like you to just go ahead and make a decision.
Wow, you're not
Yeah.
wrong, Stacy.
Yeah.
I like both of these things, so I'm good either way.
Yeah.
But that's
I
just
think only
that's just
because even though it does occasionally happen at work recently, I've moved away from doing that more just in my new job. I'm not because I'm kind of like my like a one man
Nate,
band.
we need an answer.
An outdoor movie night.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's good. And I
Yeah.
love that too.
Yeah.
I was just listening to my heart. Stacy, please, could we get a
Okay.
few bars?
A few bars.
Yeah.
Listen
What
to
does that
your
mean?
heart.
Listen
Sorry, I love that song. When he's calling for you.
All right. Okay, let's go.
We have two more, and I already know what I'm guessing. So
finals.
let's do it.
Are you still in it, Nate?
Traveling to different countries
still
and
in
learning
it.
about their culture
Okay.
versus an outdoor movie night.
I'm ready. Locked in, loaded. 3, 2, 1. Traveling to other countries.
Yeah, we're going.
I
yours,
thought that would be
Nate?
the way. That was one from my dear old dad.
Yay!
What?
You made it.
That's
Way
awesome.
to go. That was a great one. Outdoor
Yeah.
movie
I
night
love that.
was one of mine.
Yeah.
You guys, I would say even just
figured.
traveling to other states, like it's kind of shocking how different
no,
people are in
for sure.
another state.
Yeah. No, it's super different.
Yeah.
I love traveling. Love it.
I will say, yeah, what's interesting is when I was looking at the list of things that my dad put, and I was like, well, that's a lot that I just a jump off the old block.
Yeah.
But yeah, an outdoor movie night honestly made it much further than I thought it would, which makes me happy
Yeah.
because it is such a just a
yeah.
fun, such a wholesome, great little thing,
Yeah.
especially in the summer, which I love
It
summer.
was fun.
Wow.
But,
That's
but yeah,
great.
traveling is hard to beat. Such fun.
It is.
Man.
Well,
All right.
thank you, Brad, for
Thank you,
the
Brad.
submissions. Love you
Look at that
genuinely.
golf clap. Yes.
Generously.
Generously.
Genuinely.
Genuinely.
You'll find $5 under your pillow.
Well, Adam, where can the people find you if they would like to follow you?
They can
On the socials.
follow me at CAdamR on Instagram.
Instagram
Lovely.
it is. Catamer.
Catamer.
I do
And
not think I've gotten any followers
Yeah,
from this.
we haven't.
No.
Well, all
We've
the more
gotten
reason
some
to shout
on-
out.
Yeah, we've got
Stacy.
some on the Fighting
all
Favorites
right, you
account.
guys. It's
but-
because they don't make it to the end. So let's get them to the end. All right.
What's yours?
People
Stay
very
Stacy?
like
Space 886 on Instagram.com.
Instagram.com. www.instagram.com
find me there.
/ Stayspace 886 at Stayspace 886.
Mhm.
And you can find me at the Nate Van, also
Vroom, vroom.
on Instagram. But thank you so much, everybody, for listening to this
Thanks,
episode.
guys.
And we've talked about a lot of favorite things tonight. But you guys know what my favorite thing is?
What's that?
When you listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart.
And he's calling for you.
Yay!
See you guys next time.
Woo! Hey, it's Adam. Thank you so much for listening to our show. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Fighting Favorites, and leave us a 5-star review on Spotify, Amazon Music, or Apple Podcasts. And if you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, you can actually write a review, and in that review, put one of your favorite things, and we'll include it on our Instagram poll that goes up every Friday. We're calling it Fighting Fridays. It's gonna be a thing. And besides that, just please tell your friends about the show. It'd be really cool to just get a grassroots kind of movement going. And lastly, if you submit your favorite things to fightingfavorites@gmail.com, we'll put them on the show. You can submit as many things as you want. We could have an episode all about you if you want. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.